Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we're going to work on another simple, really simple, delicate necklace using the Bargain Bead Box's Midnight Skies kit. I think it's going to be really cute, like I say, very delicate. Let's turn down and we'll get to work on that. What we've got here is a pile of little beads. This is going to be, well, I'll show you what it's going to be. We've got some chain from the kit. Got a pile of beads from the kit. This is of course going to go up the back. Because this is going to be short and people might want it longer, I've got an extender chain. Because we're making a little dangle, I've got another little piece of chain which is slightly different, but I didn't want to cut off this because we are getting short as it is. Got some ball head pin for our dangle. Got a couple of little closed rings. Those are going to be on either end. Lobster claw and some jump rings. Now, two of the jump rings are going to hook on to the ring with the chain, and two are going to hook on the lobster claw and the extender chain. So then what we're going to do with these, this one of these metal stars and one of the blue stars is going to be our dangle. And then what we're going to do here is this darker blue will be in the middle. Then we're going to put in the little spacer stars. Then the white stars. Some more spacer stars. The white crystals. Another spacer star. The English cut. Spacer star, and then our little blue star. And then we're going to hook that to this ring. And then the chain is going to hook onto the ring. Now what we're going to do with this little piece with the dangle is we're going to take this piece of chain and it's going to hook on right here and right here. It's not going to dangle very much right now because it's not going to cooperate here. And then we'll put our dangle on here like that. As I say, very small and delicate, but very pretty. So let's get started on that. I've got a couple of crimp tubes, don't need those quite yet, and I've got some more tanzanite beading wire, which we will string the beads up and then we will hook it onto our rings. Since I like to work right from the spool, I'm just going to pull some off. Put a bead stopper here so they don't sink into the spool as I work, and then I'm just going to go down the line and put these all on here. Now I want all these spacer stars to face the same direction, and I've got them so they're facing into our middle focal. So Now here's where we're going to put the chain on. And we'll have to decide if we've got it longer than we want it to be as we get the other side on here, because it would just hang straight from the other side here, like so. And I think that's going to be good because it's just going to have the dangle just hang right from there. So then we'll keep going. Now the stars are now facing the other direction, but they're still facing directly to the focal. So here we are at the end of our stringing. I'm going to put a bead stopper over here, slide these over, bring my bead stopper down to them, and then cut my wire right here. Now that gives me a couple of inches. Actually, I have a little more than I need over here, so we'll move it again. Gives me a couple of inches of working space with my focal. With my wire. And we're going to hook it to our rings here. So let's just get out a couple of crimp tubes. Oh, we got 3, don't need 3, only 2. Well, I hope I don't need 3. I've been known to drop them. And in that case, I would need 3. Now these are 2x2 crimp tubes. I use the magical crimper and the tube goes right in here. It only will work with 2x2 tubes. So we'll put our tube on, slide it through the ring, bring her through. Now I sincerely doubt that this wire is going to go twice through this little star. It's pretty small, but I'm going to give it a try. No, it's not going to. So what I'm going to do is just crimp this up to the ring, and then we'll crimp it in place, put it right in their divot there, and squish, and then you turn it and squish some more, and you keep turning it and squishing it till it doesn't squish down anymore. And by that time you should have this little silver bead here. Give it a tug test. Now since that didn't fit, we need to, come on ring, get out of my way, cut our extra little piece of wire here off the end, go right up to the crimp bead, slide it up and so your wire flushes right there, and snap it off. Then we're going to just let this slide back over here. Get the other side. Put on your crimp tube. Slide on your ring. And then we're going to let the ring come down. We want to make sure the ring is pretty much flat. So that's, you want to watch how you crimp this. Come on, baby, go over on the other side of this star. Okay. Because if you crimp it a little bit too to the sideways, it will try and turn. So when you bring this down here, you want it to be like so. Make sure it's not. Okay, that's about right. And we want to make sure it's not twisted. So bring this up here. Then we want a little bit tighter, but not much. And then we're going to crimp it. Put the crimp tube right in the divot. Twist, 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 twist. And there, tug it. Looks like it's good. And we want to cut off that extra bit of wire. Right at the, there we go. And now there is our little decorative piece of our necklace. Now we can do one of two things first. We can make our little dangle, or we can put on our chain. The little dangle is going to be pretty easy, so let's go ahead and do it. It's just the ball head. Slide our little blue star on, and then our little metal star, and our rondelle. So then we're going to just hook that over the chain. So we'll take and make we're going to use the second one, the bigger one, since it's going to be looping over the chain. Go over, drop it, bring it around, and even it to the lollipop shape. Now, because we're going to directly put this on the chain, we want to open it a bit, because we aren't going through one of the loops. We're just going to go so it just can move around if it wants to. And there, it's on the chain now. So now we'll just push this back down into place and wrap this around. Now I let that slide some, so I'm just going to take my fingernail and push it back up into place. Now that we've got that wrapped the way we want it, we can cut the excess off, being really careful not to cut anything extra. And then tuck this in. And there we go now. Now there's our dangle. And now we just have to hook it to our chain. Now I can tell you this isn't very long, so let's see how long it actually ended up being. It is about 4.5 inches. Now I know our chain is not 14 inches. I think it's only 12. It's exactly 12. So with the 4.5 inches, we're only going to get a 16-inch necklace, which some people like a 16-inch necklace. That's choker size. I'm not one of them. I like it to be at least 18 inches because otherwise I feel like I'm choking. But that's all right. That's what the extender chain is for that extra 2 or 3 inches. So we need to cut our our chain in half. So we'll get out our bead reamer, hook our chain on either side, bring it to the bottom, and cut this last link. First I got to make sure what is the last link for sure. Looks like it's this one right here. Let's see if that's right. Looks like it's off by 1 link, but you know, I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to put the extender chain on anyway, so some folks wouldn't care. So let's get our chain put onto our sides. And to do that, we're just going to open up these jump rings. You know what? I have a smaller jump ring. It's very small. And I think those might work a little bit better if they will go on. So we're going to give them a try. If they will go on, then they have a much smaller signature than the next one up. Of course, sometimes working with something this small gets a little bit difficult because it wants to not have enough room for everything that you're putting on. That looks like it's shut just fine, so that's great. That's going to work just perfect. So we don't need 2 of these. We'll put them up for later. We'll get the other side put on. So through the ring, and then through the last link of the chain. And then hook it together. And there we go. Chain is on. Isn't that turning out cute? Now we just need to put the lobster claw and the extender chain on. So we do that just like we did these down here. We just get the end of our chain here, open up our jump ring, one side on the chain, the other side on our lobster claw. Close her up. Now this didn't want to close quite well, so we have to make it. Come on, you. Still not closed quite right. There we go. And then our extender chain on the other side. There we go. Now we'll just hook her together. And there's our little delicate necklace. Isn't that cute? Now this, like I say, is very delicate and it's a little short. But some people, you know, really like a short necklace, and that's great. So, oops, you can't see the little dangle on there, can you? Let's pull her up a little more. There we go. So there's our finished little necklace. Let's see how long it actually is with the without the extender chain, shall we? It ends up being 17. So that's not a bad length. It's right close to your throat, but not feeling like you're choking. And with the extender chain, you get another 3 inches, I believe. Nope, 2.5. No, it's 3. So if you wanted it, you could make it down to 20 inches. So I think that turned out really cute and really lovely, this little necklace. So I hope you enjoyed making this with me. So there we go again, another look at our tiny little delicate necklace. Didn't that turn out really cute and pretty? I like it a lot. And I'm not really one for delicate stuff. I'm more of a in-your-face bold person. So that is... There we go. So this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we've been working with the Bargain Bead Box Midnight Skies. I like this little necklace. Even if I don't usually wear little tiny things, I like this. I think it turned out really cute. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.